I'm waking up, but I feel like I shouldn't be waking up, if that makes sense. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone's having a good day. Today we are going to be talking about my past vertical sleeve gastrectomy experience. Let's get right into the video. All right guys, so like I said in the intro, we're gonna be talking about my past vertical sleeve gastrectomy experience. I was ready for surgery. So I went in on the 19th. I had my sister, boyfriend, and my aunt come with me. We got there, I believe I was supposed to get there at 11. Surgery was for 12. I had a really close friend that was supposed to come for support, and she canceled last minute, so that really hurt. And then 12 o'clock became 2 o'clock, and next thing we know it's about 4:30, and I'm still waiting to be taken back for surgery. Basically, it just wasn't a good time for me. You know, obviously I was sad because my friend couldn't come, and then I was sad because it was taking so long. I know that surgeons have, you know, other patients, so it wasn't like, oh, you know, like I didn't understand. I was just anxious. I just wanted to get the surgery over with. My friend wasn't coming. I just wasn't in a positive mindset. So basically, I gotta get the water in. I think I got taken back around 4:30 to 5:30. I don't really remember the exact time. So well, technically they didn't take me back. I had to walk with my like IV bag like hanging like on a thing, or they held it, I can't remember. Which was mad sketch because who wants to walk into the surgery room? Not me. Bitch, I'm lazy. I don't want to go walk to the surgery room. Roll me in there. But no, so I started walking with the nurse, and she's like, oh, we're just gonna give you some stuff. It's called a cocktail, we call it. It's gonna calm you down, and your surgery is gonna be over before you know it. She's a liar, okay? And they're like, oh, you know, put this mask on, lay on the bed, blah, 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 lay this way. And the next thing I know, I'm waking up, but I feel like I shouldn't be waking up, if that makes sense. I can hear people talking, but I can't see, which now that I think about it, I think it was because there was tape on my eyes. So I am waking up and I'm hearing people talk, but I'm like, I don't think I'm out of surgery. Something's not right. I know something's not right. And I start panicking a little bit, but like not panicking like, oh, something's wrong, but panicking like, why can I hear them? And all of a sudden the nurses are saying, oh my God, why is this happening to her? This shouldn't be happening to her. And I'm like, in my head, my thought me is like, did this bitch cut off my leg? Like I, for some reason, thought that I was gonna wake up with no legs. I don't know why, but I did. I literally was like freaking out, and I'm like, oh my God, like they chopped off my legs. Something went wrong and they took my legs. How could they do this to me? And I hear them, they're like, oh my God, like, why is this happening to her? This shouldn't be happening to her, over and over again. And all of a sudden, I just remember choking and unchoking and choking. I believe it was the intubation going in and out. And then I hear, oh, her oxygen's dropping, things like that. All I know is that my oxygen dropped below 70. Not sure how low it got. And, you know, at this point in my head, I'm at full panic. I'm like, oh my God, like, this was supposed to be a simple surgery and they're fucking killing me. I didn't get to say goodbye. Like, I didn't get to insult my boyfriend one last time. Like, how am I gonna go on? I was really freaking out, and I'm like, I feel myself wanting to cry, but like I said, my eyes were like closed. Hey guys, so it's future me. You're watching this video right now. Don't come for me for my broken nail. That was the day before my endoscopy I filmed this, and I was in the process of taking off my nails, so that's why I'm looking pretty rough. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. And then, I guess like I pass out or something, I don't know. And then I remember, I guess the final time that they took the intubation tube out, they put a mask over me and they're like, just breathe, like you're gonna be okay. And I remember like, is it done? Like, like what happened? And they're like, oh, you know, we have to wait, for your family to get here. And I'm like, they killed me. Like, this isn't even happening. I'm dead. Like, I don't, you know, anesthesia fucks you up that way. Whatever. They're wheeling me to ICU at this point, and I have no idea what's happening. I'm expecting not being able to see, not have any legs, and to technically be dead. And I all of a sudden can see again, and you know, my eyes are extremely swollen. I'm hysterically crying. For some reason, every time I come out of anesthesia, I'm hysterically crying. I think it's a common thing. Let me know in the comments if you've been under anesthesia and that's happened to you, because I literally am hysterically crying every time. But I think this time I was more hysterically crying because like I heard what they were saying and I remembered. Normally people that like wake up with anesthesia don't remember waking up, but no, your bitch remembered and she heard every word. So I opened my eyes and I'm asking them, oh, you know, what's happening? What's going on? They're like, oh, like, wait, like, oh, like, trying to calm me down. And I'm like, just tell me. Like, I just want to know, like, do I have my legs? Like, that's all I wanted to know. And I just look and I see my sister running towards me crying. And I'm like, oh, so she sees, like, no legs, cool. And so my aunt's coming and my boyfriend, they're all here and they're like, okay, like what's going on? The anesthesiologist came out and I looked down and my legs are there. I'm not dead. This is really happening to me. And he's like, listen, you know, there was some issues with the intubation, you know, her oxygen levels dropped. We ended up getting intubation done perfectly the last time, but I just decided that we didn't want to put you through more harm or whatever along those lines. I don't really fully remember because I was delusional. So I was delusional and anyway, it's just so funny. Like, why did I think that I wouldn't have my legs? They're not cutting my legs off, like they're going in my stomach. Anyway, so he said, I think this is more a mechanical problem and not a physiological problem, which means he doesn't think anything physically was wrong with me. They were just having an issue putting the intubation in. He wasn't the one that was doing it, so I think it was this lady that said that she was gonna give me the cocktail. So fuck that bitch. And then my dumbass, I regret it to this day even saying anything. I was like, my eyes are swollen. They went, your eyes are swollen. They're like, you know, pulling on my eyes, like what's wrong with her eyes? They were like, okay, so maybe you're allergic to something. Finally brought me into like a recovery room and I got a room and none of the nurses seemed to know that I didn't have surgery. They're coming in, oh, how are you feeling? They're shooting me with the heparin shots. And I'm just like, I literally look at them, I'm like, oh, do I need that? Do you know that I didn't have surgery? And they look at me, what do you mean you didn't have surgery? And I'm like, yeah, surgery didn't happen. They couldn't do it. They're like, oh, yeah, I see. That didn't happen. And I'm like, I was at that point, I was like annoyed. They were giving me like, you know, pureed like food, like soup, things like that. And I'm just like, I just want to fucking get the hell out of here. I didn't really have a voice. because they intubated so many times, and it was just horrible. So then the next couple of months after that, I got extremely depressed. I was told I needed to see an allergist before I could ever be qualified again, to make sure that, you know, I'm not allergic to anything. They thought I was allergic to what's called vancomycin, which is used, I think, in like gastric surgeries. I saw an allergist. They said, no, there's no test for vancomycin. So if you are allergic, they would just have to use a substitute, which I don't think I was allergic. I just think that the tape on my eyes and me crying caused my eyes to swell up so much, and my anxiety. So then I got approved, but I was just like too depressed, I felt like, to go back. I felt lost, and I was like, there's no point. Like, to be honest, it was traumatizing. I have a lot of anxiety about going under now. I'm not nervous about the surgery. Surgery is gonna be a piece of cake. I'm nervous about the intubation. And that lady, the freaking drug dealer lady that fucking gave me the cocktail of magical drugs, is going to be there again. And I honestly don't want her there. I love the anesthesiologist. I love the surgeon. They did nothing wrong. It's something that I see my therapist about at the bariatric center. So we talk about it. And I actually have my endoscopy tomorrow, which is going to be the 4th of November. So by the time you see this video, it's going to be, you know, probably a week after or so, because, you know, I'm working full time and doing mandatory overtime. Just praying that things go well. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys that little story. It's not a good time, and I do not recommend it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope your day is full of love and happiness, and I hope that you never go through this. I'll see you guys in my next video, and remember, always have positive thoughts. Bye guys.